So for the UK coatings and printing industries, the EU is a critical market for us. Nearly all of our members are buying raw materials from the EU. In fact, more than half our raw materials are coming in that way. And it's also our key export market. So 60% of all the finished goods that we export go to the EU. We wrote to all the MPs in the UK and encouraged them to support the deal because actually we think it's a pretty good deal for business. It gives us the opportunity to potentially have frictionless trade with the EU. There is still an agreement to be negotiated, but if it went through and we had close to a free trade agreement, that would be good for business. So our ideal Brexit outcome would be to have frictionless trade with no tariffs, free movement of skilled workers and access to the European Chemicals Agency. If we had that package, we could continue to trade as close as possible as how we trade today. So if the UK crashes out of the EU and we end up on WTO rules, the coatings industry will be faced with 6.5% tariffs on raw materials and finished goods. Now we've estimated that that will add about £150 million to the cost of the industry, and we also think it will have an impact on our £1 billion worth of exports. Now today the UK is a net exporter of coatings and printing inks, and if we're faced with tariffs, we really worry whether that situation will continue. So all through the Brexit process, we've been telling officials that it's critical for the UK chemical sector that we remain part of the European Chemicals Agency. A typical paint, coatings or printing ink company uses hundreds of raw materials, and they need all those raw materials to be available to make their finished products. If the UK isn't part of ECHA and REACH, there's a real risk in the future that we won't be able to get all the raw materials we need to make our finished products. And if just one raw material is missing, we won't be able to make a finished product.